we have a wonderful guest beside us today. The one time Uma boy at Balogu Market. A lot of people work at the father's house, so I was their laundry guy. He went to a medical school. What happened to the dream of becoming a medical doctor? Having a partner while you are building does not distract you if all the conditions are right. My wife was there too. She was always there to console me, and she was even giving me money too. Last year was like really dark for me. People who betrayed me, people who collected my Alright, welcome to another edition of Before the New Me. So you all know, my name is Oscar and I'm going to be your host. In this edition of Before the New Me, we have a wonderful guest beside us today. But before I speak about him, Before the New Me is a podcast or a show that we use to show more lights on the histories of successful founders, especially in the Southeast. Know what it is was like for them before they found the lights or before you knew them. So let's get right back into the play. Today we have a visitor, a guest, a one-time Uma boy at Balogun Market. Those of you in Balogun Market in Lagos, you will know this young man, a one-time laundryman. He's a very professional laundryman and a one-time houseboy. Let us welcome Michel Ogwilaya, Mr. Michel Ogwilaya. Oh, hi. Yeah, okay. Good day. Thank you for thank you very much for coming. Alright, Michel is currently the founder of Ant Mentality Marketing. He's also a KOL in different Web3 organizations. He's a very big name in the space now, right? So now he's doing well, and that's why we had him on this show. Alright, so we're going to ask him a few questions to know how he was able to struggle out of the trenches and be here with us today, the elites. So Michel, just one question, like, why did you stop? Why did you run away from your master's? Sure. Why did you stop in Waboy? I heard that you were running errands for priests, and also you were a laundry guy. And you also did also have here in Lagos markets. Yeah. So basically, how it all started was concerning the working houses. I was a sales boy. I was a sales boy at Balogun Market, and I think that was for a year plus. But after I finished school. Yeah, so after I finished school, I was a sales boy for a year plus at a shop in Balogo, and all we're doing there is that we're selling perfumes. Perfume? Yeah, so basically I would carry cartons. I usually carry cartons, and it was like the first hard thing that I did in my life. That was like my first what would I call it? Like real life transition, or how do I put it? It was more like a reality check. Yes, a reality check. And that was when I entered into the job market, because I hadn't gotten into the university as at that time. So I worked there, and after working there, I left there because I actually wanted to go to work for the priests. Yeah. So that was when I left to work for
to work at my father's house. Yeah, because the Catholics, we usually have this thing called father's house. And father's house basically is like, yeah, a lot of people work at the father's house. So I was their laundry guy. I was the person doing all their laundry for them, and I worked there for I think years before. It was from there I got into school, got into university. So while I was there, I actually got that job because I was a master. So I used my connections from the mass serving and all, and was able to approach a priest, and they gave me the job. So to me it was like, oh, heaven actually says, because I mean, if you're working there, they give us food in the afternoon. They used to pay the police to. There's a pay. I think then they're paying us 20,000. That's my salary. They're paying 20,000, and then with food in the afternoon. So I liked food. I still like food. So it was a very good deal to me. And you could start. You usually work by 9, and you close by 3. So it was actually a very good deal to me. Coming from the previous job I had, where you resume by 7 and are leaving by like 5 or even 6. You tell your muscles. Yes, and it's Sunday to no, Monday to Saturday. Yeah, that was my previous job, was Monday to Saturday. But this one, it was Monday to Saturday with Thursday as day off. So, and you're working till 3 o'clock. So it was actually a very good information. And I was doing like a very good year. I saw it as greener pasture. And so the only reason I actually left there was because I was coming to school, and the priests, they were good to me. Father Vincent, Father Callistus, Father Obina, and the rest of them. They will get me close. Yeah. I think I still wear Father Obina's trouser till today. The trouser that Father Obina gave me, I still wear his trouser till today. And Father Hyacinth too. Father Hyacinth gave me, I think Father Hyacinth gave me like 2 clothes.
So, did you ever wanted to become a priest back when you were staying with them?
No, I didn't.
None of their lifestyle touched you or something?
Nah, it was more like a even as at the time I was with them, I wasn't even born again yet. So like, to me it was just like, oh, they were doing their thing job. They do your thing, make they do my like, oh, I didn't really care.
Nice. Like, if it was me then, I would have been very happy with that deal, like morning, afternoon, night food, and and the days off from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can have the rest of the day off. So moving away from that, you said you went to school after there. You went to a medical school. What happened to the dream of becoming a medical doctor?
Oh yeah, although
was crypto the exit plan, or medical doctor was a dream that did not come to pass?
So basically they say man makes plans and God laughs.
Right.
So all that was in my head as at that time was, I want to be a doctor. And I wanted to be a doctor not because I had the passion for it. I wanted to be a doctor because I saw it as a way to
Make
money. That was just it. So it was like I was where the money was, right? Or I thought I was going where the money was.
Did you actually go to medical school?
Yeah, I did, and then I left. I left because I didn't see a vision there. I didn't see, like, it wasn't for me.
The passion was not there.
Yes,
Thank God. Thank God you left early.
the passion was not there. So it was then I came down to music, and then I got into pre-science from then, and only from pre-science I now entered this thing. This one, microbiology. Then
You entered microbiology. So so now if you check Smolchad, this is Smolchad on Twitter, right? If you scroll down, you see that Smolchad just got engaged or recent. Congratulations. This is my own way of saying congratulations to you. And it's actually nice when young businessmen with vision know that they have to settle down, right? So now while growing up, this girl that you married, I'm not trying to pry into your relationship, but other people are out there and they want to know, right? Having a partner beside you in your growing phase, would you say it's a form of distraction? If you say it's a form of distraction, tell us just why. But if it's not, tell us how. Do you understand? So as a guy or a boy, having a partner while building, would it distract you from achieving certain level of success? So I feel like actually having a partner while you are building does not distract you if all the conditions are right. So here's what I mean. I mean that like my wife and I, right? So what we are doing is she's a Web3, I'm a Web3. Yeah, she's in tech, I'm in tech. So we have aligned goals, we have aligned visions. So you know, you can she can understand if I tell her that I'm working. Yeah. And I can understand if she tells me that she's working. Right. Well, where people actually make the mistake is that you are going to probably you are a doctor and then you are getting married to someone who is like maybe a housewife who sits at home 24/7, and then she's complaining that you're not giving her time, but you're trying to tell her that, oh, you work different shifts and all of these things. And so I think it comes to understanding. If you can really understand the partner that you are with, you can understand the person that you are with, and know that, okay, this person actually is busy or this person is not busy. There's a friend of mine, like a mentor to me. He was telling me about his wife. He said that his wife, when he first of all got married, his wife was just at home and all. So he'll be working and his wife would, come and want to play with him. And he'll be telling her that, oh, sorry, I'm working on. And she'll now go really disappointed. That continued to happen for a while. Then when he noticed that this is becoming an issue, he put her in the business. So now the wife is not busy. I mean, the wife is very busy now. Him too is very, very busy now. So like, two of them are doing the whole thing. So right now she understands, and so I just feel like if both of you can actually have aligned visions and understand each other, and I don't think it's a distraction. This is going to be like a relief to a lot of guys that are listening now, because I know a lot of tech guys that for you to earn, you have to make something work, and for you to make something work, no matter the blocker, means that you have to put in your best. Sometimes you can be on the chair from morning till night without even answering calls or texting, trying to fix a blocker, and nobody understands that. They think like maybe that you're not interested or something. So for the guys out there, if you're building, find someone that aligns with your vision, someone that can work as a team, right? A team player makes things easier. Congratulations once again. So last year, that's 2024. Okay. Would you say last year was a very like a year of setbacks for you? Is it last year of 2023 from failed investments to wrong decisions in maybe friendships, or like different issues were coming up for you last year? How were you able to keep your face up and continue the whole belief that crypto is the way out? Because yeah. So first of all, I want to say that I I don't know how people do this thing called life without God. First of all,
because I did not being for God last year, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know where I would have been, honestly speaking. Um, Last year was like really, really dark for me. Really, really dark. And it was like back to back to back to back setbacks, back to back to back, you know, bad decisions. And, it was like I couldn't trace these setbacks to anything that I have actually done, because I went to, I prayed about it multiple times, told God, like, oh, God, did I do something wrong? Won't I maybe can I, yeah, did I do something? Have I done anything wrong? And it even got to a point of like, God, hope you are not bragging to people about me. Please, no is my name and brag to the devil, I reckon. So, yeah, it was that bad, and I just kept on praying, and yeah, my wife was there too. She was always there to console me, and she was even giving me money too. So yeah, um, it was that bad. Yeah, and what I can say that brought me out was God, number one, and number two, it was more like an avalanche. You know, I was going through a test last year. Yeah, and I discovered a lot of things. People who betrayed me, people who collected my money and disappeared, and a lot of lessons that I learned last year, which really, really messed up my sanity a lot. And it was even so bad to the point whereby anytime I want to pray, like the only thing that I could say, this was like for like 3 to 4 months straight. Anytime I was to pray, the only thing I would say is, God, I don't know. Like, that's what I'd always say.
I never know where the next, that situation where you don't know where the next problem is going to come from. Like, honest, you might just be sitting and, you receive a call, or like, I feel like every founder has a stage in life, a year in their life that everything is just falling down on them. It's like anything that they put their hand is crashing. Anything that they look to is crashing. It's as if you're making the biggest mistake and be asking yourself, I'm actually running faster than my shadow. Do I have to calm down? Do I have to just like take things slowly? Do I have to just like go back and do what my mates are doing? Right? But the fact that you're able to still push and still believe that I'm made for this. And the whole mindset is crazy. Like, you just mentioned about lessons. Like, now you realize that everything that was happening to you was a lesson and was just a test. That's a mindset shift. Some people might just think that, this is an attack from my village. And they start going to the village to offer sacrifices and all of that. It's just a mindset thing. We are sitting down with Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell is like a biggest one of the biggest QLs in Southeast, right? And he had this challenge, and he was still able to discuss. We do talk. We were talking last year. We had conversations last year. We had meetings last year. If you don't know what's happening in the background, you won't know that he's actually passing through a lot. You do, yeah, even to the extent, bro. Actually, you have a supportive vibe. Honestly, like someone back there, and even it's not just being there to support you, because some people say, I was there for you. You're there doing what? I would think about this one as like, if tomorrow now someone comes to tell me I was actually there when you were down, I'll be like, yeah, you were there. You were there, D. So it's like the person, she was there giving you some things that matter, money, not advice, not size. Right? So just to all founders out there, not everything is diabolical. At some point in your life, it's going to be a test on your faith, test on everything that you believe in, right? If you're strong enough, you pass that phase, and it's only get better. All right. So just during this phase, like during this phase of hardship, were there daily habits that you stuck to?
Are there been always this thing that you always do every day before you go out, or even when you come back, like something you cannot allow the day pass without doing? Apart from, before you speak, apart from prayer, everybody prays. But I want to know, yeah, I know that you don't say prayer, yeah, but prayer is there, everybody prays. I'm saying something that you do every day. Okay, small daily habits that have amounted to something big now.
Okay. So I think the first thing has to be prayer.
I know what. That prayer I want to rule, so no, yeah, it has to be that one. So yeah, because this is how I see it. I have a mantra, yeah, Meg, MEGG. Yeah. I crafted that. I think it's over it's going 10 years now since I've had that mantra. And MEGG, it means my efforts and God's grace. So it's the mixture of your effort and God's grace that brings this success. So prayer has to talk to God first. Then after that, I actually go straight to work. And the work that I do is basically I go and start checking tabs. Before the day, I already know that these are the things that I want to do. And I use a to-do list. So that to-do list helps me because people may not understand, but actually ticking things off that to-do list gives me this sense of accomplishment and encourages me because it's like, oh, I'm making progress for today. Yeah.
So everything that I actually, everything that I have to do that day, every task, I make sure I put it on that to-do list so that I get to tick things off. So the more I tick things off the list, the more I'm encouraged. That's something that was working for me a lot. And because then another habit that I would say I have is that I am actually disciplined. And if I set my mind to do something, I don't know what they call this thing, but I don't want to call it a disorder because it's not a disorder, it's actually a good thing. Whenever I start something, I must finish it. Yeah, I must finish it. And my own is very different because I noticed that over time, I am not someone who can binge everything or anything. Like for instance, when I have this task, I'll sit down on this chair till I finish it. I don't work like that. I realize that I'm someone that likes to do stuff half.
Yeah.
I'll go there and do small, maybe 30 minutes of 1 hour. I leave, go to other things, and then I come back again. And I realize that over time, it's better for me. Because for me, it's easier for me to finish 30 minutes than for me to finish 2 hours. Because there's something it does to do to the brain. Whenever you see that, oh, this thing's ending is still foul, yeah, you might actually be discouraged. You'll be discouraged to finish it up. But when you see that, okay, well, this is just actually 30 minutes. 30 minutes time, you will take a break, or 30 minutes time, you'll be done with this side of this thing. So then that is why I like to divide my tasks into bits. I don't just, like, for instance, now it's like I have a marketing strategy to curate for a company. So I divide that thing. I don't just put, when I'm writing to my to-do list, I don't just put, oh, create a marketing strategy for so company. And that's very, very broad. So I rather do advise into create market research, 1, write a proposal, 2, study competitors, 3, yeah, stuff like that really. So I know that I have more things to tick off. So as I'm ticking off those things, it's also encouraging me. So it's like, oh yeah, you're almost there, you're almost there. And so the fact that, oh, I'm almost there, it keeps me going, and it helps me. So that's something that I actually think would is part of the things that helps me. Then another thing that I would say helps me is the fact that I show up every day. Yeah, I show up every day regardless of the time, regardless of what is happening. Yeah, I show up every day. I mean, the other day I was rushed to the hospital. I was on Twitter space. Yeah, they had, oh no, I was on Twitter space. At some point, you agree that the grind is addictive. The grind is addictive. You understand? It's like
The thing you said about dividing things in bits. Recently I learned something. It's like anytime I'm taking a new course, right? Instead of just watching that course like for one module, for example, like I want to finish that module. Instead of saying I'll finish module today, I'll say, okay, every evening when I come back from work, I'm going to do this course. I'm going to be on this course for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to do the course for 1 hour. So after 30 minutes, I set an alarm for 30 minutes. And then when that 30 minutes ends, I set another 30 minutes. Do you get? Because it's starting to recall to me that, my brain's like acting on the nearest dopamine or nearest excitement. And nearest excitement within 30 minutes is not too far. So if I look at the time as many 60 minutes, I do think I'm almost there. So you get, because the course is a long course. For tasks that are broad, what you're saying is like divide it into bits. And then when you're halfway there, it's like things motivate you to complete because you're actually making progress. Yeah, that's nice. And compounding, so showing up every day. I won't lie, so I've been rushed to the hospital. Like there was a day that my BP dropped. Like it was on a Sunday, my BP dropped. It was like rushing me to the hospital. And that same night, I still went on a meeting. It's like, it's crazy. Sometimes you just realize I can't even stop. Have you tried sitting at home and saying you don't want to do anything? It's addictive.
Yeah, it's like anytime they like I try to take a break only on Sundays. Only on Sundays I don't work. So on Sundays I like binge watch movies and all of that stuff. But like anytime it's a weekday and I'm not productive, like I get so anxious.
Yes. Like you're going back. What is wrong with my life? Not dead. Jesus Christ, your brother. I'm done. For something to do. So yeah. So we are coming to the end of this podcast. It has been very very educative. We've seen how you're able to start from where you were to where you are now. Right. So one more thing. Do you have someone? Okay. Yeah, someone that you look up to. I think when I was, asking around with my research, I heard that Dr. Cosmos Maduka is someone that you hold of high esteem. I don't know who you looked around with. Well, would you say, is this the person that you want to, always hold as a model, and why do you think who's the person?
Yeah, very much actually. So Dr. Cosmas Maduka is CEO of Costaris Group, and he is part of those. I have like a lot of mentors, but like I wouldn't say mentors. I don't know if I look up to, but he's one of the many people that I look up to because
He's a billionaire, and effectively money is very, very, very much in Christ. Like, yeah, it takes a lot. And I'm not even kidding. It takes a lot for anybody to have money, yeah, and still be as humble as Dr. Cosmos is, and still be down to earth, and still like not let this money change you, because believe me, money can change. I felt it a lot. Yeah, right. Money can change you when you see people that you are supposed to be greeting, literally bowing down to you, right? Just because you have money. When you see people that can give birth to you twice,
they'll be greeting you, and have you treating you like so money, where those things will get to your head.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. The whole provoke picture. I'm just more of like, to be a group picture or maybe an event space. Do you understand? So yeah, that's valid. Now, before the last kind of questions, um, do you do you have a sponsor while growing up? Like, was there anybody that was there to pay your fees? Was there anybody there to, No, my dad. I mean, shout out to my dad. Yeah, right. So I can't lie. Yeah, right. My dad is the best. He took me to a school. Like, one thing I'll be forever grateful to my dad for is my primary and secondary education. There was a time my dad had money before things got bad for him. Yeah.
But within those periods, we went to Ivy League schools, every one of us. So I have considered that is one of the main reasons I have this very good vocabulary that I still have to today. And so it's something that I will forever be grateful to my dad for. So my dad kept sponsoring us until um this was secondary school, until we finished secondary school. And after that, we had to fend for ourselves and fight for ourselves. That was how
Oh, we got to university, not come to university and university.
yeah.
Yeah, basically, shout out to your dad. But the part is like, when you become a man, when you start becoming a man, you're a person fending for yourself. So, if you don't take up responsibilities, you won't be able to push yourself. So for people that have, sponsoring themselves in the university, people that are trying to, fend for themselves, pay their rents, pay their fees, don't blame your parents. They did the best for you during the secondary and primary school days. That's like basically enough, right? So now your life is in your hands, and you can't continue blaming them because they're humans too. They make mistakes, right? Things don't turn out well for them sometimes. So you have to take your life in your hands because you do that with your destiny, right? So nice. It has been nice speaking with you. Thank God that you're able to come out from the trenches and find your way to Oka.
Are you sure I'm not the churches? I know it's like the Web3 space has a way of naming things. Trenches, but our trenches is like upgraded trenches. You understand? So the trenches that you're in might not be trenches that I've been. You understand? So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for sharing with us. And big shout out to all our sources. Big shout out to all everybody that believes in the show. I believe in this podcast. We would continue seeing the next edition. See you. I still remain your host, Oscar Azolipe.